What up, everybody? It's your boy, Pyro Slays Music. Today we're checking out 9 by Bleeding Through, and this is the American metalcore band's 9th album. Very, very original on the album titling, and it's all in all caps, so there's some emphasis there. Now, there's a couple songs on here that I absolutely love. Wartime and I Am Resistance, even though at first I didn't really fully enjoy that song. Actually, it dropped from my playlist and then popped back in later on another listen. But I'm definitely curious. This is a band that I personally discovered through some people I work with. And after they told me about them, I was watching Sunny in Philadelphia, and Mac was wearing a Bleeding Through shirt. And I was like, okay, I'm going to check these guys out. And they were really, really heavy, brutally so. And I did kind of feel like when I listened to them, I dove in like all at once. And I kind of felt a lot of their stuff sounded, the same. But not enough to like be bothersome to me. But yeah, this is like the first really, really heavy band that I got myself into. Their song... I'm going to look. Kill to Believe. Damn, that was a good song. Cool ass video too. So excited to see them back. And I see God Forbid on here, which is crazy. It's one of my first like heavier concerts that I went to, and God Forbid was opening up for 5 Finger Death Punch. It was a different time. It was a different time in my life. It was like 5 Finger Death Punch, God Forbid, Trivium, Emir of all bands, and there's another one. Kill Switch Engaged, and then so that was an interesting concert. Actually, God Forbid, I was jamming to some of their stuff for a while after that, so it's cool to see them. I haven't heard their name in forever, and then Shadows Fall is another like classic in there, so that's cool. I'm not super familiar with Shadows Fall, but there is a song, Picture Perfect, that I enjoy from them. That's the one song that I have by that band. So yeah, there's some interesting features here, and I'm just excited to dive in and see what we got. It's a nice metalcore band. I like it, so I'm nervous.
Who oppose us.
Well, they're back. Sound hasn't changed a whole lot, but man, the production, the mixing sound really good here. Everything kind of sounds louder than life. I love the just the whole song. They just went through so many like mix-ups there. I like that a lot. And vocally, man, he's just going to town. I really like the cleans actually in this part too, and it was kind of that eerie like the last trudge up to the gallows kind of feel, you know what I mean? So that kind of fit the theme there. This song is going to go in a playlist for sure. Yeah, that's a banger. 7-ish? 7? Yeah, I'll go 7. Our brand is Chaos. So there was some stuff I liked, and there was some stuff I didn't like in this one. Mainly, it wasn't the vocals weren't bad by any means, but the lyrics were very corny in a tough guy, macho tough guy kind of way. You know what I mean? And it's yes, it's come fuck with us, but it just didn't roll real great for me. That being said, the mixing, production, the instrumental, awesome. I thought the vocals were kind of in the middle. Obviously, they're bleeding through. It's not, I like that he was trying a lot of different, like his screams were kind of like doing some different stuff. It wasn't just beat your face off metalcore, right? But something with that chorus, it just did not sit real great with me. I'm gonna put this one at a 5. It's not bad, but it's not great either. But the instrumental definitely was curious. But yeah, I don't know. Again, the lyrics, I don't know if you guys have seen the lead singer, but you ain't got to tell me. I can just look at you and know I ain't going to fuck with you because I don't want to find out. Didn't he do I think he did like some kind of gym thing with, was it like Icy Stars or something? And he made them all like work out in his gym. Hilarious. Good shit. I forgot all about that YouTube video. I'm going to have to look that up eventually. Just to recall it. It's been a bit. But no, like, dude's definitely a tough guy. But yeah, I think this one's just a little over the top cheesy with the lyrics. Everything else sounds really good though. Let's keep it moving though. Dead but So Alive.
See me, take a look to
I want them to let her sing more. It adds so, like, just like, all right, so here's why. Okay, like, we've definitely seen her pop up in a few songs, but it's always just very slightly on the edge, and it's a really nice touch a lot of times too. They know what they're doing. It's a nice swap up. It changes up the sound a little bit. But man, I really I would love to see her take a little bit more of a part going like forward in singing, just because this is obviously just my opinions. Just because I think it adds a really good mix to the overall discography that Bleeding Through is. Like, when they first started, it's brutal, but man, it all kind of started sounding the same. And then they brought in some of those clean vocals from him. And I just think it'd be another really good direction, because her vocals, the styles that they kind of go for, just icing on the cake. Fantastic. Let's go with a 7-8 here. This was a great track. Definitely like this one. We're putting that into a playlist right meow. Fantastic. No complaints there. Everything sounds lovely. Hail Destruction. Let's go. Bring it down. I'm going to go with 6 here. It's going in a playlist. Already threw it there. While I do feel like this one kind of probably blends in with the typical Bleed Through song, I feel like this would be a lot of fun live. And the further into the song that I went, especially towards the end, there was just some icing on the cake moments that really, really just was nice. Now, I'm probably going to get made fun of here because I don't know the difference, and that's fine. But is it a synth or is it a piano? What's going on with the that was awesome at the end. It was great. I mean, I've noticed it throughout, but I just don't know what it is. My ears aren't very good at like detecting what instrument is what via listening, which is unfortunate. But I really did like that. And then the guitar shredding, oh my God. As you guys know, I just reacted to Suicidal Tendencies, one of their albums from the late 80s, and holy shit, the shredding in it was so good. So good. So I've been really feeling the shredding lately. Like that specifically, where it's like just squealing in the background, you know what I mean? You're like, oh yeah, I don't know what you're doing, but I like it. I like it a lot. Lost in Isolation. This is one featuring God Forbid. I'm pretty stoked. Let's check it out.
Leaving me silent.
Well, maybe we didn't have to wait for a whole nother project to hear her more involved. Fantastic. And I'm assuming the lead singer of God Forbid was involved there. So it sounds like to me. But definitely curious to see if I'm right on that or not. I will rate this one. I think this one was around like a 6.8, 6.9. Yeah, I liked pretty much everything about this one. I really didn't have a whole lot of complaints. It just didn't excite me to the level of like, the Gallows or Dead But So Alive, but still really, really solid. And that's already in a playlist like halfway through. So still fantastic track. We got a shorter one here, so probably like an interlude called Last Breath. You're a heavy band when you need a pit breather in the album. Path of Our Disease. So that one is interesting. I think it'll grow on me going forward, but I wasn't sure at first about the like electric callboy vibe thing going on, and then the more I listened to it, the more it reminded me of second album Motionless in White, second LP, which funny enough, Brandon does have a feature on Motionless in White's if it's dead we'll kill it or something like that. It's on that second album, but that's what that kind of reminded me of. Not in a terrible way, but I'm going to go with a 6 here. It was still enough that I enjoyed it, and it's going in a playlist. But not sure on the future if that might drop down. We'll see. But again, her vocals are in there. It's nice. Very, very nice. I love how they're utilizing that just for a nice change of feel, but still having the brutality that they've always been known for. Very, very nice touch. That like bring her in for these like eerie parts that just kind of fit nicely with what we're hearing so far on this album thematically. So I Am Resistance, Bleeding Through featuring Comeback Kid. Yeah, that one's grown on me a lot. And I think the initial sound that I wasn't sure about was the really high, like what I believe is like high, just like strumming really fast. Kind of sounds like a violin almost. But after a while, like it grew on me, and also like I don't know. I think it's the Comeback Kid feature is nice as well. Something different for sure. That one's probably like a 6, high 6s, somewhere in there. But definitely enjoyable. It's in a playlist. Emery, this is track 9. I know I love track 10. Can't wait for that fucking thing. Oh, pisses me off. What I love about this is like there's still like, so you're going to always have those idiots that are like, you know, getting softer is a problem. And for me, that's not wholly true. And I wouldn't say this is softer by any means, because they're still mixing in plenty of those nice gnarly screams. But like for me, I expect a band that's growing in age to be a little less fiery and angry and pissed off, and they still got it here, for sure. This song is really like kind of experimental instrumentally, and I really love that they're just kind of fucking around with that production and mixing, and like they're doing fantastic on that front, like so good. I mean, this is like your traditional metalcore, but like at the same time, they're really kind of progressing. It doesn't sound radio-ish. Like it's still very anti-mainstream, if you will. It's not an Atreyu move. That's I guess where I'm going with that. No, I've actually wanted to see this for the longest time, and I think it's fantastic. The way they've used her vocals in the past, I'm like, she's got talent there. Why is that not being utilized? And obviously, it's probably kind of hard to do when you're a brutal ass band. To tinker with your sound a little bit. And I'm glad they are, just because it's again a nice progression here. I'm loving that a lot. And Emery, this is a cool song. This one's right in the playlist, and I don't know why. It's not even because of the cleans. Like the cleans are a nice touch, but there was some just cool gnarly shit that happened in this track that I was here for. Middle sevens, low eights, in that area, okay? That's where I put that. I don't know how this doesn't have more listens. It's like the second... Look at me going after all the oddballs. Now, we know Wartime is an absolute banger, and if you don't know it's a banger, you've been missing out, and you live under a rock. I did not realize Shadows Fall was in this track, but maybe it's different than the single they released. Let's find out. I don't know what it is about this track, but I haven't heard a metalcore song that I've loved this much in years. So like this one for me is an easy like middle 8s, if not higher, honestly. I really, 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 really like that track. It's been in my playlist since day one. I believe I reacted to that on a Sound Discovery the Friday it dropped, or the day it dropped. Yeah, great freaking track. Unholy Armada, Bleeding Through, final track on their album 9. Let me know what your guys' thoughts and opinions are. As well, please go over, support the band. You can follow them on their socials, be involved in their community. That's all free. You can buy merch, buy live tickets, support the band and the artists you love. But yeah, obviously the economy sucks ass, and if you can't afford to do that, make sure you can just follow them on their socials and, you know, find another way to jump in as a fan. Let's go ahead and reset this just a smidgen because I couldn't stop talking.
Justify heretics. She has
I like this. I like this outro. I don't think this is anything mind-blowingly special, but there were parts in there where I was like, I really like what they're doing here. There were throughout this whole album, actually, there's some really nice change-up moments where they get creative and kind of intricate with the production or the that synth or whatever the hell that was in the background there. Regardless, very, very nice. Like this whole album sounded crisp but not overproduced. It felt like they were actually feeling the music. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, for me, if you listen to hip hop and you go in and you can tell right off the bat, like, how good the producer was for the production. Like, if they're really feeling themselves, like, go listen to some jazz rap and you're like, holy shit, they're feeling themselves on this, like, beat. And that's what I felt like for the majority of this. Like, they wanted to keep their stylistic, beat the shit out of you metalcore, right? But they wanted to add a little bit of, like, artistic stylings here and there. And I think they really did a bang-up job on that. A good job. I believe that's what bang-up job means. But just in case, good job, a great job. Yeah, everything's just flowed together so nicely. They're utilizing, I don't know her name. I don't want to keep saying, they're utilizing her really well. Like, her vocals are just a really nice touch. Drop down in the comments what her name is, if you guys would. But yeah, this is kind of exactly what I want to see from Bleeding Through at this point in their career. It's not softening up, but it's like stylistically being more artistic and doing something different a little bit. And I really respect this move. I think they did a really good. They took their time rolling this one out, dropping singles here and there, you know, kind of feeling out how people thought about it. At least that's what I assume they were doing. Because, again, I just feel like there was a lot of passion put into this project. And it's not something you see going into most bands' ninth album. That's for sure. Later, you know, albums later in a band's discography typically, stereotypically, statistically, they just get down a little bit, especially ones that are, like, really successful, kind of stick with something that they like and go with it. But honestly, I feel like I'm enjoying kind of later Bleeding Through stuff almost more than their old stuff. Like, I liked that at the time, but going back to it, I just don't feel like a lot of it is as potent as I thought it was. But it's been a while. This just sounds really lively. And so shout out to them. First off, great album. This is going to be, I'm going to go 7-8 here for this album. For Bleeding Through's ninth album, 9. We're gonna go with 7-8. This is definitely edging on superb there for me, but this is a great album. I want to listen to a couple more of these songs. I really like the direction they're going. I honestly hope that they keep this up because this is really cool. I hope they get a little more experimental. Actually, kind of like, I really dug the weird shit they did in this. Like, I would dig an experimental album from Bleeding Through. Just, you know, their sound, but really just get wild with the background shit. But no, this was very cool. Shout out to Bleeding Through. If you guys want to help support me, you can hit that like, hit the sub if you want to join the community and find some more, potentially. Not for, you know, I bounce around a lot genre-wise. But if you are like me and you like music for what it is, definitely hit that sub, come join. But more importantly, again, go over there and support the artist. Bleeding Through put out a knockout album here. I would love to hear your opinion, get a little music discourse going. So do me a favor, drop down in the comments what you would rate this album. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Drop some stuff down there. Let me know what you think. Let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk. I'm Pyro Slays Music. Peace out.